I knew it was a dream from the start, albeit a mundane one. I watched as I walked across the parking lot of my doctor's office, past the valet attendant who clearly hated his job, and headed to the elevator to make my way to the second floor. As the doors opened on the second floor, my perspective shifted into first person, and I stepped out to find that the office was different from the one in real life. As I checked into the appointment, my conscious brain noted that the whole floor seemed dedicated to the one office now, and that all the waiting area seating had been eliminated. This didn't seem to be a problem, as I was immediately sent back to be seen. As I sat in the exam area completing the usual questionnaire, I was told I was in the wrong room. The nurse directed me down a long hallway to a different room before disappearing. I proceeded down the hall, but upon entering the next room, I was told once again I was in the wrong spot and directed elsewhere. This happened several times, with each nurse's expression becoming more and more vacant. I began to feel uneasy, and I tried to control the dream or wake myself up, but I felt paralyzed. I began to think I was hallucinating, as I would be talking to a nurse and they would disappear before me, only to reappear down the hall. Eventually, I turned a corner to a darker hall where the overhead lights flickered ominously. I paused, seeing what looked like a doctor running away from me. I was about to call out to him when he stopped, and as he slowly turned to face me, the lights began to go out. As we faced each other in the darkness, I could feel his eyes upon me, when suddenly the lights began to flicker again, and I saw him begin to move toward me. I stood there terrified as his arms flailed and swayed as if they were rubber, his body contorting forward and backward and side to side with every disjointed step he took. Though my terror was paralyzing, I watched myself turn and run down hallway after hallway. More lights blinking in and out as I went. Behind me in the flashes, I could see the doctor gaining speed as the nurses joined him doing the same chaotic run till a whole flock of them chased me. I lost track of how many hallways I had come through, but I had to be close to the exit, didn't I? The flickering lights made every hall look the same, and as the horde grew with every shadow, I began to feel trapped and hopeless. My chest burned from the exertion of running, and as my strength waned, so did the gap between me and the mass of flailing limbs that reached for me. I tried to cry out, but I couldn't. All I could do was watch, frozen, unable to change the dream, unable to wake myself, and as unable to release the physical scream from my body as I was in the dream. As I lay there, unable to move or scream, I am suddenly pulled from sleep by a hand on my hip. The scream that had been trapped in my throat unleashes, and I shoot up in my bed, crying and panicked as I begin to register the familiar surroundings of my bedroom. My husband holds me, trying to calm me, and I begin to feel safety and security seep back into my bones. The dream's over, I tell myself. I'm safe. My husband offers to get me a glass of water while I breathe deeply to lower my heart rate, and I nod, missing the warmth of his hands as he gets up from the bed to head toward the kitchen. But as I lay back into my pillows, I see my husband down the hall, taking disjointed steps, arms flailing, walking back toward the bedroom.